everybody, and welcome to the fourth race of the season for Panasonic Lights. We are here in España for La Colina here in Malaga, and we're going to go through the order rather quickly today because of Vladimir Petrov. But Vladimir Petrov, the most recent winner at this track, has set pole. To the outside of him will be the inside on the second corner. Will be Shawnard in third place. We have Michael Kennedy looking for redemption after last weekend's scary crash at Kansas. He was okay though, and the reason why he flipped was actually something rather simple. A car just kind of ran up the wall. In the next position, we have Tristan Wilhoit, teammate of Chris Louviere, Chris Louviere is looking to make his way through the field. You can see him in the back. Next, Gatlin Downey is looking to try to wrap things up, but not if the two people behind him, such as Ryback and Randolph, have anything to say about it. Next, we have Yuki Tamura, and she is in the third row, and she is looking to try and notch up another top 10, maybe even a top 5. Then we have Steven Thompson and Milorad Ryback, both looking to get their seasons going, but for different reasons. Ryback trying to get the championship, while Steven Thompson's trying to elevate his team. And then, for the last row, in the top 10, we have Tim Randolph and Bobby Jones, and now we will go through here. These are not the same conditions we had for the SES race, so I do not anticipate a chaotic race like we got in the Sunoco Elite Series. I expect actually a much cleaner race. These aren't the professionals, but they're more professional than most drivers. So now we get set to go green here in Malaga. The engines have been started and the green flag is out. Here in Malaga, Spain, we are racing, and Tristan Wilhoit gets an extraordinarily great start up the middle. He's going to go to the inside of Vladimir Petrov, cannot do it. Petrov's going to run it just a little bit wide. Do we have any wrecks in the first corner? No, we do not. So it will be Vladimir Petrov leading the field into the throughout the first few corners. Tristan Wilhoit trying to take the lead here early. Wilhoit to the lead. As we get the leaderboard up, Tristan Wilhoit takes the lead. Kennedy following through with Wilhoit trying to get around the 71. As we have a pretty good battle over here. For position, Bobby Jones trying to get underneath Milorad Ryback, doesn't do it. Innes does not have a good line through this corner. He touches Audrey Baranowskis. We have a wreck in the back. That's Luisin and Maldonado, and they collect a few others. Kukulon's included. This is where he made his first start in the PLS, and sadly it might be the best one that he had. Meanwhile, up front, it is going to be Tristan Wilhoit leading them, along with Vladimir Petrov, Michael Kennedy, Gatlin Downey, and Shawnard as your top 5, with Ryback trying to get in with his teammates. Ryback also won at La Colina last season, and now he follows his teammate through Stephen Thompson, as Bobby Jones is also getting through. Bobby Jones is really having a redemption year right now. He did not have the best of seasons, and he's going to get by his teammate of Steven Thompson. Do we have any wrecks? We do. It involves the 30 of Ricky Freeman Jr. And is that the 19? I'm going to take a look at these. At this wreck. But that's a heartbreaker for Kyle Shock Jr. He was doing good last season here. He had a good starting spot here this season. And now, meanwhile, we look to the lead. Vladimir Petrov throws it underneath Wilhoit, but Wilhoit comes back as soon as Petrov makes a mistake by washing up way too high. Gatlin Downey's up here. Gatlin Downey needs to back off his teammate. He bumps his teammate. Oh, and Michael Kennedy nearly dumps him. Up front, though, it is Tristan Wilhoit, Vladimir Petrov. 1-2. Petrov looking for the lead on Wilhoit. Not there yet, I don't think. As we go look at our fastest lap, it is held by Tristan Wilhoit because he is the leader. Now Gatlin Downey has used up a good bit of his tires as we go into this second full lap of competition. At this first lap of full competition, I mean. And it is Bobby Jones actually holding the fastest lap at the moment. Oh, huge mistake by Michael Kennedy. Gives up a position to Sean Ard as a result. Just outside the top 10 sits Peter Onjak, looking to get in to the top 10 along with Grace Takayama sitting in 13th. 14th goes to Avril Mead. And Chris Louvieres actually climbed a ways up from where he started. Is there another wreck after the Kyle Shock Jr. incident, or is those people from... Doesn't matter. Now, here we go. Through the S's. And around the corner to go up the hill. This is the most dangerous part on the schedule, actually. Not the climb up the hill itself. But actually the hill going down it. Oh, Ryback's really going for it on his teammate, though. And I expected Ryback to get that position, considering this is where he got his second career victory last season. Now, here we go. Peter Onjak's caught up to the back of this pack right now. But meanwhile, it is all Tristan Wilhoit out front at the moment. As the tires are getting worn, he misjudged that corner. He's going to have to defend from Vladimir Petrov, which he does rather successfully. But for how long? Because he put himself in a bad position for this corner. They bump. Vladimir Petrov nearly loses control of the car. What an extraordinary display of car control. And something happened to Ryback. I think he went off the gravel as well. I'll probably watch the 36 do it and overshot it as well, even though he's that far back. Kennedy to the outside of Tim Randolph. and this will be for position. Randolph trying to come back on him, but it'll be easy considering Canada just slung it. He'll actually probably lose 2 positions. One, he'll get the position taken away from him by Randolph, and then he'll probably get it taken by Ryback as well. Ryback to the outside of Canada. Canada successfully defends though. I forgot that corner would be out that shortly. Canada to the inside of Tim Randolph. Oh, that was really tight racing. But now we continue onwards. Top 3, all different manufacturers before you get to Gatlin Downey. And again, the 04 looking through to get through that 29 successfully does. Whoa, that was a huge overshoot by Tim Randolph. Probably the biggest mistake we've seen him make all day. And it will allow Ryback through. Meanwhile, it is all Tristan Wilhoit still. It's a 77, holds fastest lap at the moment. Oh, we have a wreck in the back. It's Jeremiah Dwayne and Peter Onjak. Onjak up and over. The second time this in a row we've seen a Scandia car up and over. This time it's Onjak. We'll have to take a look at what happened. We're going to also take a look at the other wreck that we had involving Ricky Freeman right about now. It's a simple error by Derek Hamill that put him around, and he just went to the fence and went up and over. Would rather him go up and over than stick into the fence. So it's a tough break for Onjak, but that could have been much worse than what it actually was. We'll now go look back more at Ricky Freeman Jr.'s wreck. There were 2 wrecks on the very same lap. This is the first one that involved Freeman, and I don't know what really Jack Bignacco did. He might be getting a swords inquiry, and Freeman just clipped the rear end of Priya McShane when she spun. And the 19 car spun avoiding because he went and panicked a bit too soon. I believe there was another incident. There was another incident involving the old Yoki Lethinen car, which is Mark Nutt. Oh, there was another wreck that involved Morandi, but Morandi wasn't really a wreck. And Ennis put Mark Nutt into the wall. And that's what happened in the back of the pack on lap 2. Everything went to hell. And so again, our focus comes back to the front of the pack with Tristan Wilhoit, Vladimir Petrov leading the race. Next behind them is Sean Ard looking for his first career win ever. And Michael Kennedy also doing the same along. And Mile Red Ryback's trying to get his second win at this track. Tim Randolph's trying to get his 3rd win, 2nd of the year. And Yuki Zamura is in her rookie season trying to make a name for herself, along with the 35. And the 35 of Audra Baranowskis is here. She's been rather consistent, looking for another consistent run today. And the 45 of Grace Takayama is certainly taking after a 35, taking a bad run, making it a good one. And also, I gotta give a shout out to Chris Louviere. Even though he's only 18th, he climbed a lot to get here. He's actually 15th now because of the wreck that happened with Hamill. As we look through here, and Vladimir Petrov looking for a move on Tristan Wilhoit will get the move, but But will Shawnard follow him through? Doesn't look like he'll be able to. Now we gotta see if Gatlin Downey will get through Shawnard. The answer to that is no. Now, Tristan Wilhoit trying to come up the inside of the 71 again. Wilhoit looking for a way through that 71. 71 overshoots this corner just a little bit more than Wilhoit did. And the 18 car is can't really. It looks like it's stuck in a spot where it can't make a move, but it's quick enough. But the driver's quick enough to do it. It must be frustrating. 15 car is sitting comfortably in fifth, but it might not be comfortable for long as the two Ditech cars are catching him at the moment. As we should be approaching pit stops right about now at the halfway point. Or around about the halfway point for this race. There is no definitive halfway point considering it's only 15 laps. Ryback trying to hold off his teammate. Now he's going on the defensive rather than the offense. And no pit stop takers, so it might end up being a no stopper or even just a one late stop. As the 77 continues to hold the fastest lap. Shawnard is now hounding that 36. The 36 needs to get through to 71 or give up to Shawnard. Instead, 36 car is going to go underneath Vladimir Petrov for the lead, and he might bring along Shawnard this time. Yes, he will give Shawnard second place and give Tristan Wilhoit the lead. Oh, but maybe not. 71 car trying to sling it back up the inside of the 18. He might be successful depending on how Shawnard takes this. That was a great job by Shawnard. Oh, but Vladimir Petrov gets into the rear corner panel of Shawnard, and Tristan Wilhoit's absolutely loving this. Gatlin Downey trying to get through for third place. Now as well, that is his teammate, and there might be a little bit of team order going on, I'm not sure. But Vladimir Petrov's really not going to give up this position to his teammate of the 61. And the 71's immediately going to sling it back up the inside of the 61. And it might be 2x2. No, they will not be 2x2 heading into this next corner. But now Shawnard has sights set on the 36 car. Now what will the 36 do? He won't overshoot this corner. But instead, Gatlin Downey will give the position back to the number 71. And the 13 car might just end up getting through Gatlin Downey. That just shows you how much time they have lost because of battling. Because now the 15's all over the 61, and the 15's actually going to make a move on the 61 car of Gatlin Downey, and Michael Kennedy is now through. Or is he? He's got to hold on to that position now. On the outside, which will become the inside here. But how will he do? Ryback's also pretty close as well, along with Tim Randolph and Yuki Tamura. Another person back here, Audra Baranowskis, and Grace Takayama also has made her way into the top 10. Another great run for Bavarian Race Sport. And it's another strong showing for Chris Louviere, who has made something out of almost nothing. Oh, 15 car still holding on to a position from the 61. But now this 04 is here. He's going to go up the middle. Ryback trying to go up the middle. No, instead he's still going to go up the middle. He almost went up the middle. And now looking for a way through the 61 car, the 04 is trying to tell him to get out of the way. The 04 now all over the 61. The flip, there's been a flip in the rules. Now Gatlin Downey has someone all over him. And the 04 Ryback is way more aggressive than what you would think. Meanwhile, top 3 are getting away because of all the battling going on. We might not have pit stops actually, or they might be very late. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide for the last top 10 spot. Hunter Milk might actually take it. But no, it's not. It's going to be Bobby Jones taking that top 10 spot right back for himself. And it looks like the 26 car is going to try to sling it up the inside as well. But how well will this work for the 26? Actually, will work very well for the 26 car. As we go back up the order to see that Tristan Wilhoit has not lost the lead. I think he actually has built a bit of a gap to Sean Ard, Vladimir Petrov, Michael Kennedy, and then it's going to be Ryback, Tamura, and Randolph. Tamura has made her presence known. As we go 3 wide for for the top 10 spot once again. Chris Louviere is now on the scene, and this is going to become a huge battle dogfight for essentially a 10th place finish. This might end up being more interesting than the battle for the lead may end up being, because Tristan Wilhoit's absolutely running away with this win at the moment. But Sean Ard still continuing to gain on him. The 71 of Vladimir Petrov is also there if anything goes wrong. Did we have any wrecks? No, but Bobby Jones made a huge mistake. And Brian Anders also not doing too hot at the moment. As we go back to the front, with Tristan Wilhoit still leading this race and having an extraordinary performance. This is a much needed race for that team. As now Ryback finally gets through that 61 car and Tamura trying to follow him. Ryback still trying to make good on his promise to himself to do well in this season. This has to be the year where he puts himself in title contention, and he's doing that by outrunning his teammate and Gatlin Downey at the moment. But right now, that's the least of his worries. The more prominent one is the fact that the 36 is leading the race. And not only that, Sean Ard has nothing for him. Vladimir Petrov has nothing for him. Kennedy looks like he has nothing for him right now. Will Ryback do anything? A very good S section by Yuki Tamura though, as Gatlin Downey continues to fall through the order. We will now see if anyone comes in. No, it looks like it might be a no-stopper of a race. Gatlin Downey gets taken on the inside by Tim Randolph, but that will be an unsuccessful move. Gatlin Downey will easily be able to defend that with the exit speed that you get. As Hunter Milk now takes 10th place. And if I were Louviere, I'd just let him go, because Bobby Jones has a record for being a more erratic driver. Good job by Louviere to keep it off the grass. But this will still allow Allie Nelson. I think I saw a wreck. No, I didn't. There was just a guy going through the gravel. Sean Art continues to eat away at that lead of Tristan Wilhoit's. Sean Art's been on the verge of a victory for a long time now, but Tristan Wilhoit has won already, and that is at Calder Park last season. He looks to try and keep his one win a season alive, and each season he's been in alive, as people are still trying to catch up to one another. Baranowskis makes a move on Tim Randolph for 8th position. And Yuki Tamura is still making her presence known. She has stolen a top 6th place position from Gatlin Downey, courtesy of the 04 car of Ryback. Ryback's been pretty much sailing. Sean Ard has been setting blazing laps as of recent. And this might have to do with the fact that he's in the wake of the draft of the 36 car now, as opposed to the 36 being behind him. He's gaining about a 10th a lap. Oh, is this where Wilhoit makes a mistake? No, almost made a mistake by going into the kitty litter. But it will be Canada who makes it into the kitty litter instead. Ryback is now all over him because he got a good run out of that corner. Jack Bignacco's going to be under investigation after the race for that wreck that he was involved in. I'm not even going to say he caused it. Sean Ard to the inside of the 36 car. Wilhoit trying to hold him off. I might let him go if I were Wilhoit and just get him back soon. That's what he might be doing at the moment. Yes, it is Sean Ard to the lead, but for how long will he keep it now? Because now Wilhoit's going to be on the attack, and not only that, he has a better run through those corners than what Sean Ard will have. Now they can't keep battling for too long though, because if they battle for too long, they'll allow Vladimir Petrov into this battle. To the inside goes the 36 car of Tristan Wilhoit once again for the lead of the race. He does not want to have that 18 car take the lead, and I don't blame him. He wants to lock this race up, wants to keep it locked away. Vladimir Petrov catching up to the two of them though. He might be in the wake of Ard's draft now. Ard trying to send it up the inside of the 36. 36 closes the door. Your leader once again will be Tristan Wilhoit at the end of this lap, and we will have 3 laps to go. And Tamura is coming in. So this was a fuel mileage race. People couldn't make it because there's something wrong with her car. No, there is nothing wrong. I was checking the reports that I get, but no, nothing's wrong. This was scheduled. Looks like she drove her car a bit too more over the edge for its fuel. And right now, Tristan Wilhoit trying to hold on to the lead from Sean Ard. Ard again launching another attack on the 36 car. This one will be way less successful, I think. But Wilhoit will still let him through, and this is going to allow Vladimir Petrov to catch up. But this time Sean Ard gets a better run through this corner. He might have let him have a little bit too much room, because now we have a 3-car battle for the lead, along with Canada trying to get through. Tim Randolph's gotten back by his teammate. as now it looks like the 98 has now taken the ninth position right from Hunter Milk. Now, will everyone be able to make it to the end of this race? Or have some people been pushing it too hard? Because that's the thing, these teams have put just enough fuel in for 15 laps. If they push it too, if their drivers push it too hard, and they have, both of them going in, Vladimir Petrov will take the lead. Allie Nelson's pushed it a bit too hard. She's going into the pits. She is the fastest lap. She was the fastest lap holder. Now, people have to hope that everyone else in front of them hits, and I don't see why they wouldn't. Considering they've been pushing just as hard. But we'll have to see if there's anyone holding out. Gotta look for the 25. There she is. I do think that everyone's going to have to hit, though. It's just a matter of when. Because your tires are going pop if you don't hit, I think, because they've just been sliding through here. So the only way you can really make it, I think Ard has this win pretty locked away. Yes, everyone who has not pitted yet are coming to the white flag, and I'm not sure why you do that. Anyone staying out? No, no one's staying out. Ard will probably take the lead back. And I apologize for the. I have no clue why they put so little fuel in the car. It wouldn't really have affected them. It's just going to be a splash and go though for these guys. But Wilhoit's going to get completely held up by the 15 car, but that will be no worry as of yet. The 36 car going to the inside of the 15, and 36 will take that spot away. Louviere's going to get a good finish out of this, despite having had a terrible qualifying session. The 0 car actually might get a good finish despite having damage from earlier. The 61 and 35 continue the battle as we are on the white flag lap. Sean Ard looking for his first win of the year, of his career, and for Freeze Racing Team, their second win ever in their existence. They've always been a huge title threat, but now all he has to worry about is the 71 of Vladimir Petrov. If they both crash each other out, it will be Tristan Wilhoit looking to pick up the pieces. But right now, it's looking like Sean Ard has this unless he makes a huge error and through these hills. Almost, but he will not make enough of an error. And I have no clue what happened to the 29. He must have gotten held up on the pit stops. Costly mistake. But now we go up through the order again. Off the last corner, it will be Sean Ard taking the checkered flag for in La Colina International in Malaga, Spain. Second place will be Vladimir Petrov. Third goes to Tristan Wilhoit. Fourth to Michael Kennedy. Fifth belongs to Milo Red Ryback. Sixth goes to Yuki Tamura. Seventh goes to Audra Baranowskis. Eighth to the 61 of Gatlin Downey. Ninth to Ali Nelson. And 10th goes to Chris Louviere. 11th belongs to the 28 of Sebastian Morandi. 12th goes to the 26 of Hunter Milk. 13th goes to Carter Friesen. 14th goes to the 55 of Stephen Thompson. Then 15th goes to his teammate of Bobby Jones. 16th, Jack Bignacco, who's still under investigation. 17th to Grace Takayama. She finished where she started. That's not bad, not great. 18th, Tim Randolph fell off from where he was at the front of the field. 19th goes to Brian Anders. 20th goes to Alvaro Mead. 21st goes to Jeremiah Dwayne. 22nd to Sebastian Kukulon. 23rd goes to Kyle Schock Jr. 24th to the 85 of Derek Hamill, and 25th goes to Daniel Luisen. Then we have Onjak, Freeman, Nutt, Ennis, McShane, Maldonero, and Blackley. That will be your finishing order. Now we will go to your points after race number 4 and the first race in Europe.